Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with a lot of lower back pain or have a nagging injury that just doesn't want to go away, definitely check this video out because one of the main things that you need to be doing is helping to improve blood flow and circulation to the muscles that support the back, but also to the spinal disc. This will help promote faster healing and speed up your recovery. To make it really easy, I'm going to show 4 daily exercises that you can use to not only improve blood flow, but also help strengthen and protect your back from future injury and just hopefully have a lot less pain. Each one of these exercises works differently. To get the best results, go through them all and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really good exercise to do first thing in the morning to not only improve blood flow, but just loosen things up and just make it where you're going to have a lot less pain throughout the day. What we're going to do is lie flat on our back in bed or on a floor. Have your legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. The first movement is called a pelvic tilt. You're going to take your hands and put them right on your hips. Now imagine your tailbone. What you want to do is curl it upward like this, kind of like scooping it towards your belly button, towards your spine. As you do this, you're going to feel that your hips start to rock backward, but more importantly, a lot of muscles across the hips, pelvic floor, into your lower back start to fire. Really focus on feeling it into your lower back, but not to the point of any pain or discomfort. You're going to hold this for a second or two, and then you're going to relax and now go in reverse. So imagine your tailbone. What you're going to do is you're going to press or scoop it downward towards the floor. As you do it this time though, you're going to feel that your hips start to rock forward, targets the muscles a little bit differently. Again, build into this one until you feel it in the lower back. Hold this for a second or two, release it, and then just as a fluid movement, you're going to go backward and forward 10 to 15 times and just keep building into this as much as you can. Afterwards, see how you feel. If you feel like you have a little bit more energy and this is really helping out, try to throw in another set or 2. But at this point, you should feel a lot of warmth coming into your lower back and your hips. And now let's try to take this one to the next level by adding in some more muscles, especially our glutes and our legs. We're going to do what is called a pelvic or a glute bridge. And the great part is we're already in position. So we're going to lie flat on our back, legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. For this one though, let's lightly brace our core muscles to protect our back. It's kind of like when somebody pokes you in your stomach, how you tense up your stomach right there, drawing your belly button towards your spine. Just do that lightly. Again, it'll help protect the back. We're also going to clench or squeeze our butt cheeks to activate the glutes. So let's hold both of those positions during this exercise and just take your hand, or I should say hands, and put them off to your side for support. Now slowly lift your hips upward towards the ceiling until your body is in a straight line, roughly from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. If you're unable to get into this position because of weakness or pain, like you can only go up an inch or 2, do the best you can. Hopefully over time you'll gain strength and flexibility to get into this position. But you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire across the core, your lower back, your butt, your legs. You want to hold this position for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. This next exercise, we're going to start on all fours on a floor just like this. The first part is called the cat-cow, and this one is really good for giving instant lower back pain relief. What you want to focus on is your breathing with this one. So take a deep breath in and then let it all the way out. As you breathe out, allow your stomach and your belly button to sag straight downward towards the floor. And what you're going to do is look upward towards the ceiling at the same time. This is called the cow position, and you should start to feel a lot of muscles get a really good stretch across your core muscles on your front, working towards your back into your hips. Hold this comfortably for a second or 2, and then what you're going to do is take a deep breath in and draw your belly button towards your spine and arch your back upward like this as much as you can, kind of like an angry cat. That's why we call this one the cat position. As you do this one, tuck your chin towards your chest. You're going to feel a lot more muscles, especially across the back, start to fire. Hold this comfortably for a second or 2, and then what you're going to do is release that breath, get back into the cow position, and just keep doing this over and over again as a nice fluid movement, especially controlling your breaths. I like to do this about 10 to 15 times in both directions, and with each repetition, just trying to build into it a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy and this is really helping out, try to throw in another set or two. But let's take this one to the next level and focus on some more muscles, especially the glutes, which are one of the biggest instigators of lower back pain. So we're going to do what is called the bird dog, and the great part is we're already in position. So we're going to start on all fours on a floor just like this. What you want to do is straighten one leg out as much as you can, pointing your toes away at the same time. To make it a little bit easier, keep your foot flat on the floor and just reach out as much as you can until you feel a really good stretch forming in your calf muscles that works upward towards your hip and then finally into your lower back. Once you feel it in your lower back, you're going to hold this and now slowly raise your leg upward so it's roughly in line with your body. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire across the core muscles, across your lower back, into your leg. Hold this comfortably for about 5 seconds. You're going to release it and then repeat this on the other side. Do this nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. With each repetition, just keep building into it a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. Here's a really good exercise that we can do seated. In fact, anytime that you start to feel tightness or pain building in your lower back, give this one a try. The first movement is what I call the twist and lean. Let's start with very good upright posture. Just have your back as straight as possible. You're going to cross your arms out in front of you, kind of like a genie position. And with this one, I always like to target the most painful side first. So whatever side that you're having the most discomfort or pain, what you want to do is slowly turn or twist away from that side. So if it's my right side, I'm going to twist towards my left. What you want to focus on feeling is a very good, deep, but comfortable stretch in your lower back. You're going to hold this and now tilt or lean away at the same time. So we're going to twist and lean away. As you do this part though, you're going to notice that stretch will deepen going from your lower back towards your rib cage, even towards your upper back. Build into this one as much as you can. Hold it for about 5 seconds and then slightly release it about 50%. And then what you're going to do is build into it a little bit more and just keep repeating this over and over again for about 10 repetitions. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it's helping out but it needs a couple more repetitions, just keep repeating this over and over again until everything is nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to help keep everything in balance. So at this point, you should start to feel a lot of warmth coming in, blood flow towards the lower back. But I like to always take it to the next level and focus on some more muscles to get more relief, especially with the glutes. So with this one, we're going to add in this movement to our twist and lean. Whatever side that you're having the most pain or discomfort, again, let's say it's our right side, we're going to take that side's ankle and place over our other side's knee. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4. I know a lot of people are going to have difficulty getting into this position. To make it a little bit easier, just straighten the other side's leg out like this. Put your ankle over the other side's shin. That way you can grab your pant leg or in front of the shin to slide it into position. So what I want to do first is take this bent knee and press it downward towards the floor, but don't use your hands. Instead, use your leg and hip strength. The more that you press it down, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation around your hip, especially across the buttocks. This would be the glutes and another muscle called the piriformis. What you want to do is build into that one as much as you can, but not to the point of any pain or discomfort. From there, you're going to hold this position, and now we're going to build into our twist and then finally our lean. So again, hold this for about 5 seconds, release it, and just keep repeating this over and over again until everything is nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. Just remember though, switch to the other side and repeat to help keep everything in balance. So here's one of my favorite ways to improve blood flow and circulation to the lower back, but also find the right spot or position that's going to give the most relief for pain and tightness. For this one, we're going to need a large therapy or exercise ball. This one is 65 centimeters. These are really inexpensive. You can find them at any local sporting goods department. If you would like to pick one up online, I will leave a link in this video's comment section and description. So let's break this one down. We're going to start seated with very good upright posture. Just have your back as straight as possible. You're going to open up your legs so it's wide enough that your ball is going to be able to fit between them. From there, I'm going to take my hands and put them right on the ball. And I'm just going to slowly walk it forward with my fingertips. As I do this, I'm going to keep my back as straight as possible, but I'm going to tilt or lean forward through my waist at the same time. This puts the back into flexion, and you're going to feel a really good stretch form in your lower back. Just go to the point where it's comfortable. If you start to feel any pain or discomfort, back off slightly. And then from here, you want to hold this position for about 5 seconds, and then you're going to walk it back to our original position of having very good upright posture. Take a breather, and then just repeat this about 5 to 10 times. With each repetition, challenge yourself to stretch into it a little bit more. So afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you need a couple more repetitions, just keep throwing them in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. But at this point, you should really start to feel some warmth coming into the lower back. That's that blood flow that we're looking for. And let's try to take this one to the next level by focusing on some more movements and some more muscles. So instead of going straight forward like this, let's go off to one side. So I'm going a little bit towards my left. You're going to notice it opens up the lower back a little bit differently. So give that a try towards the left and also towards the right. With these movements, if you feel like any of them are helping out, keep throwing repetitions in until everything loosens up. But if you do notice any of these positions are causing pain or discomfort, avoid that position altogether. So other movements that you can try are circular movements like this. So you can go counterclockwise with it, you can go clockwise. And when I do this one too, I try to engage my pelvis and my hips at the same time. So kind of imagine a hula hoop around your waist. So you're moving with your back and your hips at the same time. But go through as many different movements, positions as possible until you find the ones that feel like they're the most tight and achy, and at that point just keep building into them over and over again until everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.